Welcome to Monroe, Louisiana, and the Arena League. Action tonight here in Monroe, Louisiana. It'll be the Monroe Greenheads against the Nebraska Siege. My name is David Cox doing the play-by-play tonight. I'll have Don Wheeler as my color here in the inaugural game of the Arena League here in Monroe. Last week, the Nebraska Surge defeated Eau Claire 52-18, and they come into the ball game tonight after they started the quarterback Caleb Holbrook, and they're going to now coming in early in the second quarter. Caleb Lowe led him to victory. Don.
He did indeed, Dave, and Caleb Lowe coming out of Huntington College, along with a few other arena football leagues where he was starting quarterback. Standing 6 feet 5 inches tall, head and shoulders above most of the other players out there. He completed 12 of 23 passes for 142 yards, 3 touchdowns, had a passing completion of 52%, averaging 11.8 yards per completion.
The Monroe Greenheads coming off a 44-34 victory in Iowa last week, led by quarterback Timmy McClain. Had some good receiving last week from C.J. Brown, Frederick Lloyd, Quad Smith, and Mark Britt, but the story of the game was Timmy McClain.
He was last week versus the Iowa Woo in a 44-34 victory. Completed 22 of 36 passes, 266 yards, and 6 touchdowns. Had a passing completion of 61%, averaging 12.1 yards per completion. And more importantly, chosen as the league's offensive player of the week.
All righty, stay tuned. We're going to break here real quick. You're listening to the Arena League from Monroe, Louisiana, the Monroe Greenheads against the Nebraska Siege. Ladies and gentlemen, back at the Monroe Civic Center Arena here in Monroe, Louisiana. They're introducing the starting lineup for the Monroe Greenheads right now. We'll talk a little bit about last week. Don, the Greenheads in their inaugural game of the Arena League defeated the Iowa Woo 44-34 after trailing at halftime 14-12. Great second half.
Indeed, Dave. I mean, it was a fantastic game, a solid performance by the Greenheads, like you said, in the first game. And again, quarterback Timmy McClain just doing an outstanding job. He was not afraid to pass the ball. In fact, he passed a lot of passes deep down the field for completions. And some of his receivers, C.J. Brown, who's going to be looking at tonight, caught 6 passes for 48 yards and 3 touchdowns last week. Frederick Lloyd caught 5 passes, 77 yards, receivers to go to.
And a lot of the thing that I really like most about Timmy McClain is he doesn't force things, Don. Last week, he threw the ball away instead of risking an interception. And in football, that's a big thing, being able to do that instead of, hey, let me see if I can force it in there. He didn't. He overthrew some passes to get it out of bounds, but when it counted, he put the ball right where it was supposed to be. Running attack was not very much, but in the arena of football, passing is the main thing, and you only run when you have to. Defensively, running-wise, we saw that Iowa had a good amount of rushing yards against the Greenheads, but it was because the pass defense was so good.
Exactly, and here's what we have. The Greenheads had 4 interceptions against the Iowa Blue, and Jalen King, Dakarian Jackson, Trevon Gino, James Herod, all intercepted the ball, and so that was 4 turnovers right there.
Right now, it looks like we're going to have to pause for the national anthem, and I guess we will take that with us. They are right now, what they're doing is they are honoring 3 young ladies that lost their life last Sunday. They passed away while swimming in the Washita River, and they're honoring them right now, and then we'll have the national anthem. But as now we're fixing to have the national anthem. I watched a little bit of that last week, and I did notice the Nebraska siege turned it mainly into a running game with Memphis, because Memphis couldn't connect on any passes, so obviously the defensive backs were doing a great job.
Well, indeed, and one thing also I noticed is how well Nebraska adjusted after playing maybe a little bit nonchalantly in the first half, struggling against Memphis. Quarterback Caleb Holbrook was replaced at the 6:27 mark in the second quarter by Caleb Lowe, having only 3 completions and 3 interceptions. And then Caleb Lowe came in the latter part of the second quarter and started to getting his act together, and then in the second half just really destroyed Memphis.
And right now they are having the coin toss in the middle of the field. The Greenheads, their captains are number 5, Eric McIntosh Sr., number 7, Timmy McClain, and number 9, Frederick Lloyd. The captains for Nebraska will be number 16, Caleb Lowe, number 1, Songa Yates, number 10, Vince Brown, and I believe that's number 8, Keyshawn Cunningham. The officials are from the Monroe Association here in Monroe. The commissioner, Tim Brown, will not be a kickoff, Don. It will be a throw-off.
Well, Dave, that's one of the attributes of this league. No kicking, no kickoffs, no punting, no field goals. Everything is thrown.
What they will do, Don, is the person that is throwing the ball will stand in the end zone, and they have to stay in the end zone completely on the throw-off, and they have to get the ball to the 10-yard or less.
They have to throw it 40 yards in the air, in other words.
And if they do not, then the team that was receiving the throw-off will get the ball at the 25-yard line. Otherwise, it's just regular football. They'll receive the kick back there, and there's no onside kick on this. Nebraska Siege will have the ball unless they fumble the kickoff return. So
James Herod, I believe, will be throwing the ball first.
And for Nebraska, it looks like it's number 7, Kevin Davis, standing at about his own 3-yard line. So we are waiting now on the officials to wind this game up, and we'll be ready to start this inaugural game of the Arena League here in Monroe, Louisiana. Nice crowd has picked up here tonight, Don. I mean, really not shocking the way they handled themselves with the Moccasins, but this is a good opening day crowd, especially after that big win last week.
And my question is, just how rowdy are they going to get?
I was hoping that there would be duck calls, but I guess maybe they stopped that from happening. We'll find out later as we go. Here we go. Ray Herod with the kick, and he gets it just short of the 10-yard line. I don't know if they'll count it or not. That's number 7, Kevin Davis. He'll be stopped just over midfield by number 21, or make that number 12 for the Greenheads, C.J. Brown, and the ball will be placed at the 23-yard line in Greenhead territory, and that's where they will start. That's one of the longest kickoffs of the season so far that I've seen.
He got a good head start and just plowed down the far side of the field, getting across midfield, starting at the Greenhead 23.
Quarterback is handing off to number 30, Elijah Gray, and he will be stopped for about a 5-yard loss. On the stop for the Greenheads will be number 5, Eric McIntosh Sr., number 18, Dontarius Ferguson, and number 4, Joab Perron. So it's going to be
a 4-yard loss.
Second down and 14 for the Siege. Low back to pass. He throws. It'll be complete on the far side, and down the far sideline he is tripped up by number 18, Dontarian Ferguson, with the stop on the reception, Songa Yates for the Siege, and it'll be a first down in, it'll be third down and looks like about two.
Long two.
Nice pitch and catch that time. 2 receivers to the near side, 1 running back in motion toward the line, and goes number 7, throws complete to the tight end, number 10, Vince Brown, and he's going to be close, but I think he got the first down at about the 11-yard line. On the stop for the Greenheads was Joab Perron.
That was a desperation pass, too. He was almost getting ready to be sacked and got it off just in time.
Good pressure being put on by the Greenheads. First down and 10 at the 11-yard line. Songa Yates was in motion, throws complete and stops the completion at about the 9-yard line. Number 30 on the reception, Elijah Gray. On the stop for the Greenheads, Tyree Hollins.
And Hollins hit him immediately. He got nothing out of that other than the catch itself, but nonetheless got good yardage, and he's down to the 7-yard line, I believe.
8-yard line.
8-yard line, yes.
Second down for the Siege in this opening drive. 13 to play here in the first quarter. Low back to pass. He's scrambling. He's got room. He's still looking for somebody. Throws it backside to number 10, and that's the tight end, Vince Brown. He's in for the touchdown for the Siege. Don, that was a great job by the quarterback, Caleb Lowe, as he scrambled until he had somebody open, and he found that number 10, Vince Brown, for the touchdown for the Siege.
The near side of the field, about the 3-yard line, he caught it. Almost didn't get in, but that last effort put him over the goal line.
And it looks like the Siege is going to go for 1 from the 5-yard line. In the Arena League, you go for 1 from the 5-yard line or 2 from the 10. Caleb Lowe takes the snap. Pressure, running to the near side. The throw is incomplete and in and out of the hands of Vince Brown. On the deflection for the Greenheads was number 4, Joab Perron. So the Greenheads stopped the extra point. So we are 12 minutes and 17 seconds to go here in the first quarter. The Siege lead the Greenheads 6-0. Coach for the visiting team, the Nebraska Siege, is Dominic Bramante. He's the head coach. He was signed back in February by the Siege to be their head coach. Of course, I think this is their second year of existence in the league. Right, on the throw-off for the
I can't catch
Siege, number one is throwing it. Songa Yates.
Yeah, there he is. Okay,
he's going to throw it there and
sideways.
Deep for the Greenheads. Number zero, that's Quad Smith.
Yep.
12 minutes to go. Here in the first quarter, it's 6-0 Siege as they took the drive down the field their first series. There's the throw-off. It's going to get hits about the 3. And it's still bouncing around. There's a scramble for it in the end zone, and it's going to be picked up by the Greenheads, number 12, C.J. Brown. The ball will go out, I believe it's to the 5-yard line, Don, if I'm not mistaken.
I think you are correct at the 5-yard line.
And the Terry Bowden, here's the play, Don.
He tried to get it. That ball is just bouncing everywhere, as you can see, and then tried to dive on it. And there was a little scrum under there.
And the Monroe Greenheads, led by Terry Bowden there in the middle of the screen. He took a shot last week on the field. That's why he is no longer on the field for the Greenheads. He will be calling from the sideline. Max McGee will be the offensive coach on the field. Terry Bowden, former national championship coach
from
at Auburn. Then he went to be an ABC announcer for college football. Then he went to Akron, came back to be the head coach here in Monroe with ULM, and now this is his. And the Whiteheads fix them. Tell us what's going on. So as we said, Don, first and 10 from the 5-yard line. Timmy McLean will be on for his first try here in Monroe after the great outing he had last week. McLean looking. He has time. He throws the ball. It is complete to number 0, Quad Smith. He'll be stopped just inside the midfield stripe at the 24-yard line of the Siege.
David, what a catch. What a throw.
But
and we got a flag. We do have a flag. Let's go take out holding.
Going to be holding on the Greenheads. And as we look, if we see the replay, I don't know if we're going to or not, but if we do, you'll see that the center was laying on the defender and would not let him get up, and that's a little bit of holding. I did see that, but I didn't see the flag go down.
That's going to spot it.
Here's the replay. As we can watch it here, Don. The center will send him down.
He's got him. Yeah,
he's got him right there. And now we'll finish it off. Well, we didn't see it because the play starting, but he ended up laying on him. Wouldn't let him up. McLean back deep in the end zone. He throws the ball deep, and it's incomplete. Just overthrown out of the outstretched arms of Mark Britt. Same thing we saw last week at Iowa, trying to get the ball down to Britt, streaking down the sideline. Donnie was open.
He was wide open. He just got a little bit too much heat on the throw and overthrew him from about 5 or 6 yards.
Going to be 3rd down and 2 for the Greenheads. Looks like Britt will be on the near side, and I believe that's Quad Smith on the far side. One back in the backfield with McLean. He gets the ball down the field. It's going to be incomplete. There's one of those things, Don, that we talked about earlier. He didn't have a receiver open. He was rushed, couldn't run, so he just threw the ball away.
Yeah, he's having a little bit of a problem in the back because he doesn't have a whole lot of real estate to work with, and he's getting in a rush and having to throw the ball away like he just did. But we're getting down to 3rd down territory, so need to get the ball down the field a little bit.
3rd down and 2. Once again, Don, the receiver was open. He just didn't have time to get it to him because of all the rush in the backfield by the Siege. They are coming after him because he doesn't have any room in the back. In the back, he maybe has one step to go.
Whoops!
Slapped the ball over the head, and I'm assuming that's going to be a safety. There's the call. It is a safety. Don, that is the first bad snap that we have. That was Kobe Rivera, the Greenhead center. It's the first bad snap in 2 games that we've seen, and that puts the score 8-0, Nebraska leading at this point. Very inauspicious start. So 8:13 remaining here in the first half, or the first quarter. So the Greenheads will be kicking off, I'm assuming, from the end zone, as we have different rules. So y'all will be learning some of these rules along with us, because some of these plays didn't happen last week. On the throw off for the Greenheads will be James Harrod once again. And back deep once again for the Siege will be number 7, Kevin Davis.
All right, so first offensive drive for the Greenheads didn't produce a whole lot. You're gonna throw it
backed
off.
up the whole time.
Backed up the whole time, and
gotta get some good field position. Here's the throw, and it hits about the 9, bounces up, and here comes number 7, Kevin Davis, and he's going to be stopped at about the 5-yard line. On the stop for the Greenheads, number 9, Frederick Lloyd was the first on the tackle. And here comes the replay, Don.
all right, he scrambled a little bit. Like you said, he basically went from side to side, just swarmed by at least 3 Greenheads going nowhere.
That'll set up first down for the Siege at their own 5-yard line. Quarterback for the Siege once again will be Lowe, Caleb Lowe. 2 receivers to the near side. In motion goes Mosey. Here's the run up the middle, and he'll be stopped after about a 3-yard gain, maybe 4. It'll be a 3-yard gain. That was number 30, Elijah Gray, on the rush for.
And he was brought down by Deion McNeil.
So that'll bring up a second down and about 7 for the Siege. Here comes that runner in motion to the line of scrimmage. Completed pass, and he is bouncing off the boards, and it is not up. Ball is torn out, and the Greenheads have recovered, Don. On the fumble is number 10, Vince Brown fumbled it on the strip for the Greenheads was number 18, Dontarius Ferguson, and number 10, Deion McNeil came up with the ball at the bottom of the pile, and it'll be the Greenheads' ball. First down and 10. Here's the replay of that play as we'll get to see.
Yeah, it's close to the sideline, so hard for us to see up here.
And here comes number 18 right there where he knocks the ball out, and then McNeil is going to get on the ground down there and scramble for it. So the Greenheads, first turnover of the game. They had 4 last weekend. McLean has room to work now. He's in the backfield. He throws the ball complete. Quad Smith, he's down to about the 5-yard line. On the stop for the Siege, number 9, Jihad McCall. And they're not very happy with that because he kind of grabbed Smith around the neck and was kind of twisting. And
he lost his helmet,
the
too.
Greenheads really didn't like that too much.
But going back to the initial play, finally some time to throw. There it is, wide open, and it's some room to get a couple of yards out of it.
So that'll bring up a first and goal for the Greenheads. Completed pass to number 12, C.J. Brown. He gets down to, let's see, it's going to be important to the spot because it's going to be inside the 5-yard line. So now the quarterback cannot scramble, Don. That's one of the Arena League rules. Inside the 5-yard line, the quarterback cannot scramble. He has to throw the ball. We still can run the ball. They can hand it off and run it, but they cannot scramble.
Second down and goal just inside the 5.
McLean receiver, and once again, Don, we've noticed no motion with this Greenhead offense. He's having to scramble around. He's still scrambling. He's got time to throw. He throws it away. Good job once again, Don. No receivers were open. He couldn't find anybody, so he threw it into the boards on the far side. It'll bring up a third down from the 4-yard line.
Looks like Isaiah Nixon putting on the pressure on that particular play on the scramble.
Third down and goal. Pressure on. McLean is scrambling. He has time. He throws in and out of the hands of number 6, Mark Britt II in the end zone. So that'll bring up a 4th down and goal from the 5. Well, you have to call it the 4-yard line because they cannot scramble. 4th down, first 4th down of the night for the Greenheads. They've not had anything going on this goal to go this time.
No, indeed.
McLean with the snap. Has some time to throw. Still has time. Has plenty of time. Now he's having to scramble a little bit. Now he has more time. Still scrambling. Looking for somebody. across the, he throws complete to Quad Smith. Threw the ball across the field, which is usually not a good idea, but Quad Smith, a yard deep in the end zone, makes the big catch for the Greenheads as they get to within 2 points. It is 8-6.
Dave, what athleticism there. I mean, he was scrambling all over the place, trying to find somebody open, and he knew it was fourth down, so you had to get it to somebody, and found
Quad Smith
open.
Greenheads set it down at the 5 at first, but then they decided, let's go for 2, see if we can tie this up. Now, Don, this is one of the things they had last week that were very negative about in the game. They did not convert an extra point last week at all. Let's see if they've made any changes. McLean, he's being pressured. He throws the ball, and it's incomplete. On the pressure for the Siege was number 18, Isaiah Nixon, as well as number 21, who we do not have on the roster.
Dave, one thing I've noticed about Nebraska tonight versus Iowa that the Greenheads are going to have to adjust to. They are putting a tremendous amount of pressure on the quarterback. Many times tonight we've seen 1, 2, and even 3 players putting pressure on the quarterback, and he's forcing an errant throw.
The time to throw is going to be a major thing this week. Like you were talking about last week, Iowa, very few times did the initial rusher have anything to do with it. The only time they really did is when they had a blitz going on, and that's when the Greenheads had their problems. Throwing off for the Greenheads will be James Harrod once again, and once again deep for Nebraska is number 7, Kevin Davis. 8-6, the Siege leading the Greenheads. We are about 3:52 to play in the first quarter. Davis gets the ball at about the 3-yard line. He has a lane to run, and the lane closes up very quick at about the 16-yard line, where the Greenheads hem him up and put him down, and the Siege will take 1st and 10 at the 16 in Siege territory.
Joe Perrin and number 21, who was that? Help me out, Dave. I think that's the player that just came in, not on my roster.
Oh, I'm sorry, that's Tyree Hollins.
Yes.
Low in the backfield, in motion, goes to the receiver. It's a handoff to number 4. That's a great tackle over there. Devon Starling, and a tackle over there. I'm assuming that's number 18. No, that's number 10, Dion McNeil. Don, that was a great open field tackle because he looked like he had a long way to go.
Well, he hit him low, and he upended him and almost a head over heels.
5-yard pickup, though, so 2nd down for the Siege. They're at the 21-yard line. Motion going both directions. The throw in the backfield, and he gets loose, and he's going to be stopped for he's going to be stopped for a loss. Back to the 15-yard line. On the reception was number 1, Songa Yates, and Don, he got hit on the sideline. Of course, the boards are still in play. He bounced off the boards, tried to pirouette over there and come back to the near side, but it was to no good.
And he lost 6 yards on that play, back to the 15.
Great job of defense there.
3rd down and 11.
Great job of defense there by Don Terry and Ferguson as he led the attack. Here's the snap. There's the throw. Incomplete. It'll be 4th down for the Siege. Let's see if they go for it or do they surrender. Because they're only 15 yards away from the goal line. They are surrendering. So instead of a punt, it's called a surrender. So the ball will move to the 15-yard line of the Greenheads. And the Greenheads will have 1st and 10 with 1:49 remaining here in the first quarter of play. Our score is the Nebraska Siege 8 and the Greenheads of Monroe 6. Very exciting game thus far, Don. A lot of action going on, a lot of hard hitting. I think the hitting is a lot more than I expected.
It is, Dave.
In person.
It is indeed, and what's also impressive is the ability of the defense, the agility of the defense for both teams, for that matter.
I'm very impressed with the Greenhead defense. They do a very good job of defending in this small field. Let's see, that was Eric McIntosh Sr., I believe, came off the field with an injury. McLean scrambling once again. He keeps his feet. He throws complete to number 9, Frederick Lloyd. It's a positive gain up to about the 20-yard line, where it'll bring up 2nd down and 10. Don, he is Timmy McLean is running for his life back there.
He is, but Dave, he's patient, constantly looking downfield for that open receiver, and more often than not, he's making the connection.
2nd down and 5 for the Greenheads. Good protection this time. Plenty of time. He throws. He's hit just as the ball got there, and it's going to be a illegal play.
I guess.
Looks like it was off a little early, but we'll go from there. Mark Britt was the intended receiver, so it's going to bring up 3rd down. Looks like 3rd down and 6. I guess the ball was down at the 19 a few minutes ago. Changes for the Siege over there as they bring in another lineman type person to put the rush on Timmy McLean. There's the snap. Bad snap, but he garnered it in. He's looking, he's scrambling, and he gets the ball. He's going to be sacked, I believe, Don.
Yep. Nope, they're going to finally blow it.
Incomplete pass.
Incomplete pass.
Okay.
Got lucky.
Oh, they're going to end up calling grounding, which is going to be a correct call. We'll look at it on a replay. The bad snap is what took everything off balance there for the Greenheads. And there was no receiver anywhere around, so it's the illegal grounding, and they'll move the ball back, and it'll be a loss of down. And they're going to look at a replay.
And there's a replay there. His knee's on the ground.
His knee was down, but he hadn't been touched
yet. Yeah.
So
a little different than the NCAA stats or rules.
And the replay people are right to our left.
I can't see them. They're basically seeing what we're seeing.
They're seeing exactly the same thing that we're seeing. So, I mean, he did throw the ball. He had not been hit yet. So, looks like it's going to be down at the 10-yard line. There was no pass, no flag, as he was down by contact at the 9. And the Greenheads will surrender the football. Looks like there's 44 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. The Greenheads trail the Siege. Let's see if I can pull up the quarterback matchup right now. It's not showing anything on the official stats, so apologize for that. But the Siege will have 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line. Looks like Nebraska so far is 6 of 7 passing for 45 yards. The Greenheads 4 of 9 for 49 yards. Snap to low. The run is up the middle, and that's number 4 on the rush for the Siege. That's Devon Starling. He'll gain about 4 yards.
Yeah, it was just a simple right up the middle. I think the clock may be having some issues. The play started with.
I think that's going to be the end of the first quarter, Don. All right, that's going to be the end of the first quarter. Nebraska Siege leads the Monroe Greenheads 8-6. We'll be back for more Arena League action right after this short break. We're back here in the Monroe Civic Center in Monroe, Louisiana. The Nebraska Siege lead the Monroe Greenheads 8-6 here in Arena League action. Inaugural game at home for the Greenheads. The Siege will have second down and 6. Low, back to pass, he throws, it's complete to the far sideline, and fighting for yardage will be number 2, Avarian Cole, and he will finally be taken down. And we'll see exactly where where the ending yard line will be, just inside Greenhead territory at the 24-yard line.
He was again brought down by a host of Greenheads.
And that's on every play. The Greenheads, they mass tackle. In motion comes the receiver down the field, and a little shovel pass underneath the number 4, Devon Starling, and he'll be in the end zone for a touchdown. And there is a flag down at the 16-yard line. We'll have to see what it is. Holding called on somebody. I saw the holding motion. I don't know which team. Here's the official to let us know what's going on.
Yep, bring it back.
So holding at the 16-yard line. So we got a pass reception from the 24 to the 16, and then we'll back it up 10 yards, and it'll still be first down. Here's the play. Let's see if we can find out who the culprit is. That's a beautiful handoff
right there.
Yep. You had your pick there. You had 2 of them you could have picked. The lineman held in the number 44 for the Siege, Connor Bower, a little further down the field, so they could have picked anybody they wanted to on that one. So we'll play first down again. It'll be first down and 11 or first and 12 at the 24 of the Siege. Handoff once again. Nope, quarterback's going to keep it. And he will be stopped on the far side. Great tackle there. I think that's number 2, Trevin Gano for the Greenheads. It'll be a first down and goal at the 9-yard line for the Siege. Don, this has turned into a running game for the Siege. Once again, though, it's because they cannot pass the ball. Flag is down to be offsides on the Greenhead, so that play was a free one for the Siege. It was a handoff up the middle to number 4, Devin Starling. He got back to that. He lost a yard, but it will be. Oh, they're going to call it offsides on the Siege. I don't know. They haven't said, but now they're turning around and going to go toward the Greenheads. One official pointed one way, the other official pointed another. So they're going to move 5 yards up, so it's going to be first and goal at the 4 this time. And once again, Don, that last play, they handed the ball off. So that's 3 plays in a row they've run the ball. They had 52 passing yards. It shows they've owned 25 rushing yards. Handoff once again, number 4, Devon Starling. He's stopped there by number 5 for the Greenheads, Eric McIntosh Sr.
Well, last week, I did notice that Nebraska did the same thing. They started a more balanced attack of passing and rushing the ball, and it was successful, especially in the second half.
And we have a stoppage of play for some reason.
The side of the wall.
The wall padding came down again. So we'll have second down from the 5-yard line. That's the 4-yard line. Chains are on the far side of the field. They're inside the field to play, and the guys that are running, they're fair game over there also. So they got to be careful. Lowe takes the snap. Still looking. He throws it complete to number 4, Devon Starling. He's going to be short of the goal line. Once again, Don, a host of Greenheads there to make the stop. Included in there was number 5, Eric McIntosh, number 65, C.J. Buckhalter, and number 18, Don Terry Ferguson.
You got to give a little credit to the wall, because where he got tackled was where the wall started to curve inward, and he ran out of real estate.
On the 2-yard line for third down and 2. Under center this time, Don, is the quarterback. The toss pitch, and he is going to be stopped at about the 6-yard line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Greenheads. They said Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you. And the Greenheads stopped him for a 3-yard loss back to the 5, bringing up fourth down. 4th and goal at the 5. Big play here for the Greenheads as they trail the Siege 8-6 with 11.5 minutes to go here in the first half here in Monroe, Louisiana. The inaugural Arena League game here in Monroe. Lowe gets the snap. He's back to pass. He's looking. He throws. Incomplete into the crowd. The ball goes. And the Greenheads have come up with a stop. And Don, that was a big stop right there.
It was, and it had a little heat on it too. And the intended receiver was number 16, I believe. That is that six?
No, it must have been 18.
Isaiah 18. His jersey was, his jersey was a little bunched up there. It can't be 16.
So we have 11 minutes and 10 seconds remaining in the first half. The Greenheads 45 yards away from pay dirt. And Don, a couple of times they were in this position last week, and quarterback Timmy McLean aired it out for long touchdown passes. So do not account that they won't do it again. Receiver split to either side. Number 11, Jatarius Turpin in the backfield. Scrambling pass across the field it goes, and it will be pass interference call. The intended receiver is Mark Britt the second, and on the interference call, looks like will be
number 3, I believe.
Number 3?
Yep, number 3.
No, I believe it's 8.
8.
Keyshawn Cunningham. Those 8s and 3s look just alike.
Those wrinkled jerseys are giving me fits tonight, Dave.
So that's going to be a 10-yard penalty, automatic first down for the Greenheads. Don, once again, the quarterback under pressure, but someone broke across the middle and he had the pass to him, but interference caused the incomplete pass. I guess the ball must have been where the penalty ended up, where the penalty took place at the 13-yard line. First down at that point for the Greenhead. McLean scrambling in the backfield, still scrambling. He throws the ball, complete to Jatarius Turpin, and he'll be stopped immediately as he went to the turf as soon as he caught the ball. Jatarius Turpin on the catch, and he'll be down at the 8-yard line, so it looks like it'll be about a 5-yard loss, bringing up second down and 15. But once again, quarterback running for his life. They're gonna have to do something quick to stop that rush that the Siege has going right now.
Putting a lot more pressure than Iowa did last week.
There's the throw, complete. Let's see, I believe that is number 6, Mark Britt, I believe. Mark Britt the second. He'll gain about 6 yards on the play.
He was brought down by number 2, Varian Cole.
That was a rather quick pass that time, so he wasn't pressured as much. That's what they're going to have to do, quick passes. Snap. He has time. He still has time. Cross over the middle. I believe it's going to be intercepted. Nope, incomplete. The back official said the ball hit the ground. So it'll be incomplete. It'll be fourth down. Fourth down for the Greenheads at the 16-yard line. Here's the replay. We can't see it on our view, but the official was in perfect sight for where the ball was.
There it comes again, yep.
Jason Serta was the Siege player that was trying for the interception, and the Greenheads have decided to give the ball up, and they'll carry it down to the 15-yard line. So the Nebraska Siege will start first and 10 at the 15.
8:32 remaining in the first half, Dave. Again, an exciting game. Still close. 2 points difference.
8-6. The defense keeping the Greenheads in the game right now. See what Coach Terry Bowden can do to get this offense cranked up. Handoff it goes on the sweep to the far side. That's number 6 for the Siege, Keon Mosey. He gets yardage up to about the 21, I believe. Yep,
about 5 or 6 yards there.
On the stop for the Greenheads was number 65, C.J. Buckhalter. The Greenhead defensive player that's from Kansas Wesleyan. Back to pass. Across the field it goes. It is complete. And he breaks away. He's going to be stopped short of the first down. That was number 30 on the reception, Elijah Gray, at about the 24-yard line. And there was once again about 4 Greenheads that were there moving the receiver backwards. And Mr. Buckhalter is down on the field for the Greenheads.
Yeah, Dave, on that one, Elijah Gray did a lot of spinning and was able to break 3 groups of tackles on the Greenheads before being brought down. Did eventually gain 3 yards out of it. 3rd down and about 1.
That's C.J. Buckhalter. He was the Kansas Collegiate Athletic Conference Dr. Ted Kissinger Champion of Character Award winner.
That was a mouthful, huh?
Yes, it was. that can tell you something right there. If he wins an award of that prestige out of a whole league of players, you know he must have pretty good character.
All right.
He looks like he's okay as he gets off the field. I think he got hit in the place you don't need to get hit in football, in the bell tower. Handoff up the middle it goes. Elijah Gray. He'll have yardage for a first down, and that's all they were looking for on that play, Don. They just wanted to get a yard so they could have first down and 10 again, and that's what happened. They're using the running game very successfully right now against the Greenheads.
Crossing midfield out to the 24-yard line of the Greenheads. And you're right, Dave. They're just they're methodically running the ball. Then when opportunity presents itself, they'll throw a pass downfield.
Caleb Lowe scrambling around back there in the backfield. He throws the ball down the field. It goes in and out of the hands of the receiver, number 10, Vince Brown, right about at the goal line. On the coverage for the Greenheads was number 4, Joab Perrin.
Right, he got his hand on that ball too and helped knock it down. Great defensive play.
Just a little bit out of his reach, Don. Over there in that far corner of the end zone, right where you said it starts curving inwards, where it's not much room to play with over there. There's the handoff to Elijah Brown, who is scrambling around. Elijah Gray, that is, scrambling around, and he finally is tackled over there by number 55, Colby Rivera. Maybe a yard gain on the play. It's going to bring up a 3rd down for the Siege.
Dave Grave is a powerful runner. I mean, this is like the last 2 or 3 carries he's made. He has broken several tackles. He's getting that extra yardage.
Got a little bit out of nothing. He went out of the game, so he'll be out this play. Caleb Lowe throws the ball, incomplete and broken up by, that's number 5 on the breakup for the Greenheads, Eric McIntosh Sr., the arena football guru of Monroe. He has played in so many teams already that it's pathetic. He's got a list a mile long of the teams he's played with.
We might could go over that list at halftime. It'll take a good 30 seconds or more to go through that list.
4th down. And the Siege is going to try to go for it. In motion goes the receiver. He's standing at the line of scrimmage. A scramble. Throw is complete, and it's going to be stopped. Kevin Davis with the reception at the 20-yard line, and Don, for the 2nd possession in a row, the Greenheads have come up with a stop.
Indeed, great defense when it counted, and give credit to Eric McIntosh, as we were just speaking about a few minutes ago, slammed him into the wall and put a stop to it. Ball at the 20-yard line.
We got 5:36 remaining here in the first half. The Siege leads the Greenheads 8-6 here in the Monroe Civic Center Arena. And they got to get their center in because
somebody's got to snap the ball.
Because Mr. Buckhalter was injured on that last series, so they got to get a new center in. Looks like they're working on him over there. It might be his elbow, Don.
I saw him touch his arm when he came off, so that may be what it is.
There will be a 20-second clock violation. I was looking for a 20-second clock. There's not one in here, so I guess they're keeping that
Offense,
on the field.
5-yard penalty, first down.
So delay a game. You got 20 seconds once they set the ball for play, and if you don't run it by then, you get to delay a game. It's a quick ball game. They don't let you mess around.
That's part of the rules, and that's part of the mission of this league is the quickness of it all.
Fast and furious. There's the snap. McLean fumbles the ball. It's going to be picked up, though, by Rivera. Colby Rivera picked it up. McLean dropped the football and carried it around a little precarious there. So we will now have second down, and we're about at 19 yards for a first down. They got to get to the 20 inside the siege territory for a first down. Greenhead's going to have to do something to get their offense fired up and going. McLean looking, still looking. He throws it long, incomplete. Threw it into the boards. The nearest receiver, the nearest person that could have caught the ball was a Nebraska Siege player, Avarian Cole, but it went into the wall before he had a chance. Once again, though, Don, good pressure on McLean.
Right, I thought that the intended receiver was Quade Smith, but he was downfield too, but the pass
way downfield.
Yeah, but the pass just wasn't long enough.
So it's third down and a long way to go for the Greenheads. McLean has the snap. He's throwing the ball down the field deep, and that's a beautiful catch by number 6, Mark Britt II. And we now have a flag in the end zone, a little extracurricular activity, but I believe we'll have a touchdown, and the Greenheads will be taking the lead for the first time tonight. We'll see what the official has to say. Here's the replay. Maybe we can see what happened there. Great pass by McLean, and Britt just changed directions at mid-stride, caught it in the end zone, and it'll be on Britt for unsportsmanlike conduct. Because he threw the ball right at the defender.
Player, right? Yeah, I can't do that. I mean, it's okay to celebrate, but
I think I remember reading in the rules that they can either take the penalty on the extra point, or they can take the penalty after the throw-off return.
Right.
So we'll just have to see. So they're still looking. They're going to go from the. Here's the official.
The ruling on the field, touchdown. After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct against the offense, number 6. The penalty will be assessed after the throw-off.
After the
throw-off. It looks like the Greenheads going to go for 2. They're going for two. And once again, Don, they still have not converted a conversion attempt yet on the season. That could come back to haunt you later on. McLean has the snap. He is being rushed. He's being rushed. He got out of it somehow, and
yep, that's it.
Incomplete pass. Incomplete pass. Okay, I couldn't tell what was fixing to happen there, but that was just a very weird play. Once again, though, Don, pressure from the Siege, just unrelentless pressure that they've had all night long.
Ruling on the field is incomplete pass.
But McLean was doing his
there
best.
There is no foul.
McLean was doing his best to scramble out of it. He almost did.
Coach Terry Bowden on the field asking some questions about what's going on.
Well, it's probably because it's the first time something like this has happened, so just curious.
So I think what will happen, Don, they'll have the throw off as normal.
Right.
It looks like number 1, once again, for the Greenheads, it's James Herrard. He'll throw the ball off. They'll return the ball. As soon as the play's over with, there'll be a 15-yard penalty assessed from wherever the ending is.
Correct.
If by chance he throws the ball and it bounces out of the field of play and they get the ball at the 25, there'll be a 15-yard penalty, so they'll have first and 10 at the 10-yard line. So
there you go.
This could be very dangerous for the Greenheads.
A lot of new rules that we're all being introduced to, so we're going to learn it together as we go. We're going to have a chat. See, this is new too.
Well, yes, because the Greenheads have to kick off from this end. Everybody just lined up on the wrong end. They lined up like they did in the first quarter. We've switched since then. We have 3 minutes and 10 seconds left to go in the first half, and the Greenheads of Monroe have taken a 12-8 lead over the Nebraska Siege. Very exciting ball game. Different kind of game than we really expected. Expected more passing involved, but it's been a lot of a running game. But who knows what will happen from here on out.
All right, here we go. Remember, we still have that penalty to assess.
Yes, we do. James Horard will be throwing it off for the Greenheads. Here it is to the near side to Kevin Davis, who gets it at the 5. Now he'll run up the near sideline, and he will finally be stopped there on the initial hit for the Greenheads.
Kind of hard to see. It's number 2, I believe.
Number 2. That's Trevin Gano, and
he's going to get out to the 15-yard line.
He got hit rather low also. I think that's why he's going out. So now there'll be a 15-yard penalty assessed from the 15-yard line. So it will be 1st and 10 for the Siege on the Greenhead 20-yard line. So the Siege are already inside Greenhead territory. Trailing for the first time in the game tonight, 12-8. 2:47 remaining. We'll have the 2-minute warning here in about 47 seconds. Hand off up the middle to Elijah Gray. Runs headlong steam up into number 65, C.J. Buckhalter, who's back in the game. He put the stop on him there at about the 15-yard line. 2nd down and 5. Clock is running. 2:30 still to play here in the first half.
Elijah Gray, just a powerful individual running up the middle.
Motion goes to the receiver, Davis. Low throws, complete and downed over there is number 1, Songa Yates. And on the stop for the Greenheads, I believe that's number 21, Tyree Hollins, the new Greenhead.
Got a great gain out of that up to the 9-yard line, inside the 10 now.
First and goal for the Siege. Lowe has the ball in the backfield. Throw to the near sideline. Complete for a touchdown to number 1, Songa Yates.
Dave, he was wide open in that far corner. No one around him. Easy catch, easy 6 points.
And Don, one of the big differences thus far in the game, the Greenheads do not have the rush on Mr. Lowe as the Siege has on Mr. McLean.
No. And here we go for the extra point, going for 1.
Going for 1. Low. Bullet pass in the middle goes to number 1. Once again, Songa Yates, and the 2-point attempt is good. So the Siege goes ahead.
We are now at the
20 to 12. Okay, let's go to the 2-minute break right now. You're listening to Arena League. We'll be back after this break.
That safety messed up. I got to get this.
here in Monroe, Louisiana at the Monroe Civic Center Arena for the Arena League football action, inaugural game of the Greenheads here in Monroe. Both Monroe and Nebraska came into the game at 1-0 each, and right now Nebraska has a 15-12 lead over the Greenheads with a minute 45 remaining in this first half.
And because of that penalty, putting Nebraska in favorable field position, they easily scored. Jump back on top quickly.
There's the throw. It will be picked up by the Greenheads. He comes to the near side. That's number 6, I believe, Mark Britt. And he will, yes, that's Mark Britt the second. He'll run the ball out of the end zone, and he'll be stopped, I believe, at about the 7-yard line, where the Greenheads will take over 1st and 10 with a minute 39 to play. Now, the 2-minute rules, since there are no out of bounds, you're probably asking, well, how do you know to keep the clock going? If you are moving forward, when you hit the wall, the clock will stop. You're out of bounds. If you're moving backwards when you hit the wall, the clock will continue running. So that's how they will decide that. Quick pass to the far side. There's Mark Britt at about the 15-yard line. He'll be tackled over there by number 2 for the Siege, Avarian Cole. Minute and a half to go, and the clock is running. We're going to have a second down, and looks like about 3 for the Greenheads. 2 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near. Don, we still have not seen any motion out of the Greenheads at all. And McLean is going to be tackled again, or there's going to be a
intentional grounding, maybe. I don't know. Yeah.
Like,
yeah. Well, nope. You're going to call him.
Well,
we don't know yet.
Timeout, Nebraska. So I guess they're going to call the ball down at the 2-yard line. It'll be a sack. Looks like number 50.
Timeout, Nebraska. Their first
Wayne
charge timeout of the first half.
Got the sack on that.
They ruled him down, so we had a timeout. At the 2-yard line, we get a 12-yard loss on that play, Dave.
And Don, they're going to have to find out what they can do at halftime to stop this, because McLean is running for his life the minute he gets the ball.
Well, I mean, I'm just guessing here. I mean, Nebraska is using a more balanced attack right now. They're running the ball, they're passing the ball, they're getting great yardage out of both. We've not seen the Greenheads run the ball. They didn't run it last week either. So is that a possibility?
What, we have like 6 runs last week?
Right. And
none thus far tonight. So
that's certainly a possibility. We'll have to see what strategy Coach Bowden has when he emerges from halftime. But still, the score only 15-12 in favor
and
of
the
Nebraska.
Greenheads get the ball coming out of the halftime.
That's right. They did elect to defer.
There's only a minute 9 left here in the first half. The Greenheads will have 3 timeouts. If they could get a first down, they'll probably want to call a timeout to stop the clock. But the Siege, they have 2 left. So they'll decide. Still a lot of conversing going on. I think he finally turned to look to see if the red hat was on the field, which he's not, because we're still going here.
Long timeout.
They need one of those. Nobody consulted with the red hat.
Here we go.
Here we go. 3rd down and a long way to go. There's the throw. Incomplete. Mark Britt, the second, had it in his hands at about the 16, and number 28, Jason Serta, knocked his feet out from under him and allowed him not to make the catch. So it's going to bring up 4th down. And I'm pretty sure that
it wouldn't be in their interest to
go for it at this point. And we have some displeasantries taking place down there on the down there.
Just a little friendly chat. That's all.
Number 22 for Nebraska, Jaleel Holmes, has got his face mask ripped completely off there.
That's not the first time we've seen that tonight either.
So the Greenheads basically punt the ball, and they're going to punt it to the 15-yard line, where the Siege will have a minute and 3 seconds to try to put another score on the board, as they already lead it 15-12 here at the end, toward the end of the first half. Lowe will be the quarterback, as he took over in the second quarter last week and has not let it go. He has the ball. He'll throw the ball deep, and there's a receiver for a touchdown, Kevin Davis. Don, he was streaking down the far sideline. He was wide open.
I was going to say that. He didn't stop, Dave, and he was in full stride by the time the ball got to him, and he had already outrun his defenders.
Right
here. There he goes. See, he's already outrun his defenders there. He was in full stride when he caught it.
The defender for the Greenheads, Eric McIntosh, he got his feet tangled up, and as I saw there on the replay, and that's how he got so wide open. So now the Siege will go for 1 point. They're leading at 21-12 right now. This is the most the Greenhead have been behind this year. There's the throw, and it goes to number 4, Devon Starling, and the extra point will be no good. So there's 48 seconds remaining here in the first half. 21-12, the Siege lead the Greenheads. Don, that was a one-play drive.
It was. And again, on that particular play, it was well executed. No question as to who was going to get that ball.
And no pressure at all on the quarterback. So the Siege the Greenheads have two problems they got to take care of at halftime. Pressure on the quarterback on defense, and on offense, stop the pressure on the quarterback.
Right, and we've seen Timmy McClain on several possessions, Dave, get backed up in that end zone too, and he can't handle being bottled up in that end zone. He needs a little maneuvering room.
Don, all those receivers that were catching passes last week for the Greenheads, they've been silent this week. The only thing, Mark Britt's about the only one that's caught the one this week. Quad Smith has a couple, but C.J. Brown, who had the most catches last week, the first touchdown in Arena League for the Greenheads, and he has had one reception. Britt gets the ball about the 7-yard line, and he's up across the 10 to about the 11-yard line, and the Greenheads will have 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line with 42 seconds remaining here in the first half. Plenty of time to score in arena ball.
I was about to say, with a short field like this, you have plenty of time, and the Greenbacks have the arm to do it. And another thing,
and they got 3 timeouts.
They got 3 timeouts, and another thing, too, he's got a little maneuvering room back there behind him.
That's when we've had the most problems, when the quarterback was in the end zone at the snap and couldn't maneuver around. Let's see, receivers split to either side. One back in the backfield, and there's McClain. He's going to run the ball. He's across the 15. He's down at about the 20-yard line. It'll be just short of a first down. It'll bring up a 2nd and 1. The clock is running with 30 seconds left. Might have been a good idea to use a timeout right there, Don.
Could have been, because the clock is running quickly. But good strategy on McClain, getting up the middle.
20 seconds, clock running. Gets the first down, I believe. Clock will stop on the first down, and the Greenheads are going to call a timeout with 9 seconds left. So they'll have first down. They're 28 yards away from the end zone, and it'll be first down. We got 9 seconds, so Don, they can have 2 plays left.
Oh yeah,
if they play it right.
They play it right.
But they don't need but one. Here's the play right here, Don. Here's McClain as he. You'll notice he was out of the running lane, but he was out of the running lane when he started, and he got back into it as fast as he could.
Now,
that's why they let it go.
Now, post these previous 2 plays, when we come back, we have 9.4 seconds on the clock. He's not going to have the luxury of scrambling around back there. He's got to get rid of that ball quickly.
Yes. And that's something we haven't done all night long. Receivers for the Greenhead. James Harrod will be on the near side. Can't tell who's on the far side. The running back with McClain is number 0, Quad Smith. It's Mark Britt on the far side. Officials are talking about something there. And I think he's ready to play now. Let's go. 1st and 10 for the Greenheads at their own 22-yard line. 9 seconds remaining in the first half. Oh, the first time we've had motion, Don.
And you're right.
And this is going to probably be the last play right here as he is scrambling for his life. Throw way down the field, completely out of the field. It went all the way into the hallway, and that's going to end the first half here in Monroe as the Greenheads, the Siege, been battling it out here, and at halftime it's going to be the Monroe Greenheads 12, the Nebraska Siege 21. And when we come back from break, it will be the Greenheads will have possession on the throw-off. But Don, as we said, they're going to have to take care of some things in the dressing room while they're gone. So let's take a quick break here, and we'll come back and talk about the first half here from Monroe, the Arena League. We're back inside the Monroe Civic Center Arena here in Monroe, Louisiana. We're at halftime of the Arena League game here in Monroe as the Nebraska Siege lead the Monroe Greenheads 21-12. Don, not a very good first half by the Greenheads, but I would say the quarterback for the Siege has done an excellent job.
He has indeed, Dave, and Caleb Lowe basically picking up where he left off from last week. Remember, he didn't even play the entire game last week. He came in with roughly 6 minutes, 30 seconds to go in the first half and still did a tremendous job in the second half of the game. Thus far tonight, I'm showing he's completed 13 of 17 passes for like 109 yards, and 3 touchdowns on top of that. Now, what's given Nebraska a lot of advantage, they've had several key possessions that they started with outstanding field position. That penalty that put them in great field position downfield, that unsportsmanlike penalty after Monroe scored. So they've taken advantage of those opportunities. Unfortunately for Monroe, even though they're staying in the game, I mean, we're still 21-12, they are staying in the game. Now I'm looking for hopefully Monroe will get a more balanced attack in the second half of this game. Right now it's just all a passing game, and Nebraska is really putting on the pressure against Monroe. Timmy McLean is just having a rough job back there, having to scramble for his life. Still, he's managed to throw 2 touchdowns.
Don, just like we said right before the half ended, Monroe has got to figure out two things, and they both are the exact same thing, just on different sides of the ball. Pass rush. They've got to come up with the pass rush and figure out how to stop this, and then in the second half, they've got to figure out how to stop the Nebraska pass rush. So score right now, we're in the first half. It's into the first half, 21-12. Greenheads trail the Nebraska Siege. We'll be back after this break. You're listening to Arena League Football. We're back in Monroe. The Nebraska Siege leading the Monroe Greenheads 21-12 here. We're going to let Don go over the first half stats.
All right, best I could do. I guess it's good enough for government work, huh? Well, this is not government, but it's an old saying anyway. All righty, Nebraska again leading 21-12 over the Monroe Greenheads coming into halftime. Some team statistics: Nebraska 11 rushes, 36 total yards. Monroe 4 rushes, 5 yards. That's got some sacks involved in there and a couple of miscued snaps. Total passing for Nebraska 109 yards, Monroe 89. Passing completions, Nebraska completing 13 of 17. And Monroe completing 8 of 16. Total offense, Nebraska 28 plays, 145 yards. Monroe 22 plays, 94 yards. And so looking at some of the individual statistics for Nebraska, rushing, Caleb Lowe, he had 1 carry, 17 yards. Devon Starling, 3 carries, 9 yards. Keon Mosey, 1 carry for 6 yards, and Elijah Gray, 6 carries for a total of 4.
And Don, that's
yards.
a little misleading on Elijah Gray because he's had a lot of positive yardage, but the Greenheads have stopped him on occasion behind the line of scrimmage.
And indeed, you're exactly right. A lot of times when he got the ball, he would end up trying to scramble around. And he's a kind of a big person, so he doesn't have a lot of agility, a lot of quick speed until he gets out in the open. But he can bulldoze over those defenders, and he did do that, breaking numerous tackles throughout the first half, and managed to get a yard here and a yard there. So he's still a very dangerous individual as far as getting that yardage. For Monroe rushing, poor Timmy McLean, the quarterback, getting hammered several times, and he scrambled a couple of times too. A net of 7 yards tonight.
And most of that was on the last drive.
Right, much of that was on the last drive. Again, when he was scrambling around back there and just had nowhere else to go, and broke a couple of defenders. All right, and we'll finish up with a passing yard, Dave. Timmy McLean coming in, completing 8 of 16, 98 yards, 2 touchdowns, and Caleb Lowe for Nebraska completing 13 of 17 passes, 109 yards, and 3 touchdowns.
All right, let's take another break here from Monroe. Our score here at halftime, Nebraska 21, Monroe 12. You're listening to the Arena League football second half right after this break. Back here in the Monroe Civic Center Arena, the Nebraska Siege leading the Monroe Greenheads 21-12 here at halftime. We're wrapping up halftime. They're talking with coaches right now about where which way they're going to be going. While we do that, I'm going to run over the Greenheads coaching staff for you. Terry Bowden is the head coach. Pat McGee, the assistant head coach, as well as the offensive coordinator. Max McGee is the special teams coach along with wide receivers. And James Shiver is the defensive coordinator. Now, James Shiver, he was a defensive coordinator for the New Orleans Voodoo back when the Arena League was going on down in New Orleans. He now coaches high school ball in Arkansas. And the O-line D-line coach is Tyler Holman. The only coach that we were given from Nebraska was the head coach, Dominic Bramante. I do know this much. The second half last week, both teams produced way more than they did in the first half. So I have a feeling that the second half is probably going to be about the same thing here. And we hope that the Greenheads can come out and stop the rush that the Siege has been doing on the quarterback, Timmy McClain, and then on their side of defense, put a little more pressure on quarterback Caleb Lowe to stop that Siege offense.
Well, Dave, if the Greenheads continue with the passing game intensely, they're going to have to find a way to provide more pass protection for the quarterback because they're just causing the quarterback to scramble a lot and in some cases get sacked, forcing passes, forcing throws downfield to keep from getting sacked.
They're playing a lot different than they did last week, but we do have another half of football to go here, and I hope it'll be as exciting as it has been thus far. It has been an exciting ball game. The Greenheads will receive the second half kickoff to have or second half throw off. Nebraska Siege will have Sanja Yates providing the throw off, and deep to receive for the Greenheads will be number 6, Mark Britt II. So Greenheads hoping that maybe they'll get a little bit of good starting position, because thus far every kickoff they've either had the ball at about the 7-8 yard line on back, not even up forward. They've had everything from the 7 yard back, so they've not had good starting position yet.
And keep in mind, if they do catch the ball in the end zone, they can knee it and get a touchback.
Right. That's one thing that the announcers last week kept harping on.
You know, they kept trying to run it out, and then they would get short yardage out of it.
Give it a fair catch and get the ball on the 15 instead of getting it on the 5. I mean, but like the announcer said last week, maybe they don't know that. Maybe they hadn't seen that in the rule book yet.
Well, if you got a lot of players coming at you in a short distance, get that touchback.
There's the kickoff. Britt gets it, and he will have to pick it up after he dropped it at the 5 yard line, and he will be hemmed in and finally brought down at about the 7 yard line. So he tried to make a quick catch on that ball, and it went right through his arms, and when he finally gathered it up, the Siege was down there on top of him.
Yeah.
And
you don't have any luxury to make a fumble catch. In that case, by the time you recover it, like you said, Dave, the defense is on top of you, and now we start the ball at the 7 yard line.
McClain will be the quarterback. We'll have Britt on one side, and I believe that's James Herard on the other side. And there's some motion finally for the Greenheads. And down the field the ball goes. It's going to be short. That was number 0, Quad Smith, coming out of the backfield at full speed. Don, we've seen motion for the first 2 times for the Greenhead, the last 2 full offensive plays that we've had, and they just hadn't quite got it there yet. So,
and I'm going to see, I thought it was number 5. It's number 8 again. He's got to get his jersey unbunched for me. That's Cunningham that was down there on the pass coverage.
If it had been thrown like it was supposed to be, it would probably been a touchdown, but it was underthrown. 2nd down and 10 for the Greenheads. McClain, fake handoff. Now he's being rushed into the corner. Ball is incomplete. Almost caught one-handed there by number 12, C.J. Brown, at about the 23-yard line. But as he hit the boards, the ball was knocked out. The board knocked the ball out of his hands.
Right.
We'll see it here on the replay. And
he hit that wall hard.
That's that extra defender.
It is that wall. I mean, that in my favorite one is where the wall starts to curve in on you toward the end zones. You get hemmed up in there, you can't go anywhere.
3rd down for the Greenheads. 13 minutes to play here in the 3rd quarter. Back to pass. Ball is going to be a safety call. I couldn't tell if that was a fumble, a pass, or what, but it was ruled a fumble on a sack back there, and the Greenheads have given up their second safety of the night, and the Siege has now taken a 23-12 lead over the Monroe Greenheads. And Don, coming out of halftime, that is not what you wanted if you were a Monroe Greenhead fan.
It is not. They needed to come out with all cylinders firing and get some more points on that board. And started off kind of poorly on the kickoff. They fumbled the kickoff return and then got poor field position on that. And Coach Bowden discussing something with the officials down there.
I think he thought it was an incomplete pass. Because, I mean, the way it came out of there, it looked like he was trying to throw the ball. I mean, there was no receiver there, but it looked like he was trying to throw it. But the officials who have the final say it was a rush, and he fumbled it, and the Greenheads have given up their second safety of the night. 12:54 remaining here in the third quarter. Score is 23-12, the Siege leading. Now the Greenhead, they were in the same position this last week, earlier in the first half, not this late in the game. But offensively, they just haven't looked as crisp this week as they did last week.
They have not. The pass is just not quite on target. But again, he's having to scramble back there for dear life for most part. And so his passes are just not as accurate as they were last week.
James Herrard with the throw off should be going to number 7, Kevin Davis. I believe that's who that is. No, it's number 6, Keon Mosey, and he's hemmed up inside the 10. He's still fighting, trying to go forward, and he's going to be finally stopped at about the 9-yard line by number 8 for the Greenheads, Jalen King. So the Siege has 1st and 10 as what we've called him so far tonight, the surgeon, Dr. Caleb Lowe, is coming back out, and that's he has been doing surgical procedures on the Greenhead so far tonight.
And give Mosey credit for keeping his feet moving there. He was just refusing to go down, getting that extra yardage. Oh, there's the replay there. And look at him, he's just spinning. He will not go down, and spinning round and round before finally being brought down at the 9.
Caleb Lowe, the quarterback, hands the ball up the middle to Elijah Gray. Powerful running straight up the middle. He's finally taken down by number 65, C.J. Buckhalter, along with number 9, that's number 5, Eric McIntosh Sr. Gain of about 5 yards, and now that's just straight up handoff right up the middle.
We'll call Elijah, I'm going to show my age here, mini fridge.
Exactly. Lowe with the pass, complete on the far boards. He gets out of the first tackle, and he'll finally be taken down. Good job by number 8 of the Greenheads, Jalen King, as he got out of the first tackle, and King pushed him against the boards the second time and made him come to the turf. So to bring up the first down for the Siege, as we see.
Yeah, he did a little spin move there at about the 15-yard line, got out of that tackle.
Handoff up the middle, Elijah Gray. He will get back to the line of scrimmage and a little bit forward, but Don, once again, the powerful legs moving forward about 3 more yards, so he gains about 5 yards when he was stopped after a 2-yard gain.
Ball at the 13-yard line. 2nd down and 6.
Number 6, Keon Mosey, full speed at the line of scrimmage. There's a sweep. And there's number 1, Sandra Yates, into the end zone for a touchdown. And Don, they threw 2 passes on that possession?
Yep, they did, and
the rest
they ran the ball
running
that
yards
time.
just right at the middle. Even though the sweep on that one, as we see here, he cut it up right into the middle.
Right through a hole, and then he dodged another potential tackler, and then off to the right side into the end zone. They're going to go for 1.
29-12. I'm sure the defensive coordinator, James Shiver, is shaking his head down there. What have I got to do to get this guy stopped? Low quarterback. Throws to the far corner, complete. I believe that's number 8, Jalen King on the reception. Nope, number 6. Keon Mosey with the reception for the 2-point conversion. The score now, 31-12. 1 point. 30-12. Okay. They haven't put the score on the board yet, but
yes, that hadn't been updated for a while. I don't know what's going on with the scoreboard. There's some malfunctions there. But we got the score right. It's 30-12 now.
Trying to figure out why they got 31 on theirs, but we'll.
Well, the clock's a little off, too. It was showing a minute, 5 seconds. And now they got 10 minutes.
So 10:38 to go here in the third quarter. And I'm not saying, Don, that this is a must drive for the Greenheads, but it's getting pretty close to being a must drive if they want to stay in the game. Back deep to receive is number 6, Mark Whiff II, and throwing off for the Siege is number 1, Sandra Yates. We are ready. There's the throw. It's going to be short of the 10, so the ball will be marked now. Finally, good field position for the Greenheads. They'll have the ball at the 25-yard line.
Throw off violation. The ball be placed 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
But I thought by rule they got to return it and take their pick, but we'll take the 25-yard line right now. Frederick Lloyd and C.J. Brown flank the center. Claude Smith in motion toward the line of scrimmage as McLean was running, got past the line of scrimmage and was completely stopped immediately there at about the 24 yard line.
24-yard line.
But it wasn't really a quarterback run. He was once again running for his life. And Terry Bowden wants a timeout.
Probably a wise move.
There's a timeout. Timeout being called by the Greenhead.
Timeout Monroe, their first of the second half.
So with 9:43 left here in the first half, or the third quarter, 30-12, the Greenheads trail the Nebraska Siege.
Well, on this particular drive, Dave, you've got second down, and now you're 1 yard into Nebraska territory. So I think it was a percentage move for Coach Bowden to call a timeout. Hey, let's strategize here, guys. We're in a position to score again. Far better than we have been recently. So let's talk about it.
So just the offense is just really not in sync right now. They're going to have to figure out what it's going to be to get them back in sync.
And that may be what he's doing down there today. Hey, guys, calm down. You've got this.
He's got Coach Bowden is down there along with Max McGee and Pat McGee. They're discussing things with the team. So everybody's back out ready on the field. So we'll be waiting on the officials to say let's play ball. So it'll be second down and 9 to go for the Greenheads at the 24 of the Siege.
Well, the officials are discussing some things amongst themselves. I guess we're waiting for the timeout to officially end.
Been a lot of discussions tonight by the officials.
I'll see him looking at his clock down there, so that's probably what's happening. X amount of time on timeouts. We need, like we have at the college games, that big red clock that comes out on the field that we all love to hate there. Oh gosh, here comes the red.
Especially when it pops up with 3.5 minutes.
Yeah. At least you know how much time is left.
All righty, here we go. Officials are ready. We're ready, so here we go. McLean, the only one in the backfield. Two receivers near side, one far side, and on the scramble is McLean. He gets out of it. Here he goes. Now he falls down again. And he'll be sacked at about the 19-yard line.
19. Number 22 was the one putting on the pressure, Dave. Jahiel Holmes.
I mean, he was all over McLean, as you saw there.
Be a loss of 7 yards, 3rd and 16.
And once again, they're back in their own territory at the 19-yard line, going the wrong direction. Two receivers near side, one far side. No back in the backfield this time. There's the quarterback back to pass. He lets it go. It's complete! Just 1 yard short of a first down to number 0, Quad Smith. Great pitch and catch that time by McLean, who was once again under duress, but he delivered a great pass, so it's going to be 4th down and 1 at the 16-yard line, and Greenheads, they will be going for it.
Got to go for it at this point.
Number 1, Quad Smith in at quarterback. He takes it, and what a great play by Quad Smith and the Greenheads as they did their quarterback tush push, as they call it, and got a 1st down and 10 to go for the Greenheads. There's the last play right there that Mark, Quad Smith catch. Beautiful pass and catch that time by the Greenheads. They need a little more of that as the game goes forward. 1st down and 10 to go for the Greenheads at the 13-yard line. 8 minutes to play here in the 3rd quarter. No backs in the backfield once again. McLean walking over to the receivers to make sure they're on the same page. That's Mark Britt over there on the far side. He's running for his life once again, and he's sacked. Number 18 of the Siege, Isaiah Nixon, sacks number 7, Timmy McLean, for about a 3 or 4 yard loss back to the 17-yard line.
4-yard loss on that sack.
And Donnie knew was coming, but he just couldn't quite get out of the grasp of it.
He could not.
And 2 guys are beating 3 guys up front right now for the Greenheads. There's the snap, extra help. There's the pass to Mark Britt, meets the reception. He's down to the 10, and he'll finally be stopped at about the 10-yard line by number 8 for the Siege, that being Keyshawn Cunningham. So it's going to bring up a 3rd down and about 7.
Ball at the 11-yard line, be a 6-yard pickup.
McLean will have a back in the backfield, Quad Smith with him as extra protection. So basically what they're doing, Don, is they're playing minus a receiver to get some extra help in that backfield for McLean. There it is, complete to number 9. Frederick Lloyd be short of a 1st down at looks like the 8-yard line, so it's going to be 3rd down or 4th down and 5, and I'm pretty sure that they will not be conceding on this one, because they would lose yardage if they
going to put it on the 8, you said. But
yes.
That's one of the things I said at halftime. We were talking. If they're going to keep the passing game up, they've got to get some more defense. Some passing protection back there. And that, like you said, that's what they're doing.
In motion goes Quad Smith. There's the snap, and he is scrambling. There's the throw to the end zone. Touchdown, Greenhead! James Herard on the 8-yard pass from Timmy McLean to James Herard.
And the Greenheads needed that day. He was wide open in the back there. No contest, easy 6.
And
there's the replay there. Look, he's scrambling a little bit in that bullet pass. He sees him open and just thread the needle, if you will.
There was only one way that he was going to catch that ball, and it was needled right to him. It was a perfect pass and pitch and catch. Greenheads are going for 2 here. The score is 30-18 right now. 5:49 to play. Clock is rolling. McLean has the snap. He's running once again. He has time now. Now he throws the ball to the back of the end zone, way over the head of the receivers. Incomplete. And here's going to be the replay of the touchdown.
They're looking for
now
a
watch
different
him,
angle.
He'll almost go down, Don.
He does. He spins around to the right side, and there he goes. He sees him.
That was the
that was the extra point miss.
Point.
All right, sorry about that. We got a miscommunication there.
Once again, he was scrambling for his life, trying to make something happen. Now
there
here's
we go.
the touchdown. And you see, he has
wide
one
open.
lane,
one lane, and he chose it
a little bit either way, and it's an incomplete pass. So 30-18, and still, Don, we're halfway through the second game plus some. The Greenheads still have not converted on an extra point.
They still have not. Got something to work on at practice.
Reminder for next week, the Greenheads will be playing the Arkansas team here in Monroe next Saturday night at 7:05. That'll be the kickoff. Nebraska, they will be hosting Eau Claire. James Herard will be doing the throw off for the Greenheads, and I believe that's number 2. Oh, hold on, we got a flag.
We got something. I don't know if they were discussing.
Oh, they were not quite ready yet for tackle.
Yeah, they were discussing something earlier.
Okay, so
And
we'll do it again. That's number 6, Keon Mosey. That's going to be.
And the official fumbled the ball.
That's
I
why he's
probably
an official.
I probably couldn't catch it either.
And there's Mr. Herrard in the end zone, patting himself on the chest. My bad, my bad. Okay, now he can throw it. And there's Mosey, gets it on about the 3. He's up the field to the 15, and he'll be stopped at about the 20-yard line. Nice tackle by number 6, Mark Britt II, as well as number 4, Joab Perron.
He gets out to the.
If he had got past those two, Don, it was 88 and out the gate.
It's marked at the 21, Dave, the 18-yard return.
C.J. Buckhalter, the rusher for the Greenheads, over the center. That's one of the rules. The defender has to be over the center to start the play. In motion, there's a handoff, sweep to number 7. That's Kevin Davis. He's stopped on the far side by number 5, Eric McIntosh, Sr.
And McIntosh did a great job on that tackle because he snuck up behind him, and Kevin Davis was about to go off to the races down that sideline. Ball at the 23-yard line.
In Greenhead territory. Nice crowd on hand here tonight in this inaugural game for the Greenheads. Back to pass. Low, he's scrambling around. He's still scrambling. Wide open is number 10, Vince Brown, down at about the 7 or 8 yard line. First down. And Don, he catches that one because he's probably about 6'5" himself with the smaller defensive backs. Here's you'll notice
Look, a little holding going on there, right about there.
Oh, yeah.
Just a little bit.
Right there in the middle of the field, he gets it, and down he goes at about the 7.
There'll
be an offsides called. It'll be on the siege because everybody thought it was 1 except the center, and he was going on 2.
Ball start. Offense number 10.
So that'll back the ball up to the 12-yard line.
I don't know, but
First down and 12. First down and goal to go at the 12.
First down, goal to go.
3:28 clock rolling here to go in the third quarter. Lowe hands the ball off to Elijah Gray, and he's going to be stopped in the backfield. Great job by Joab Perron and number 5, Eric McIntosh Sr.
That was the defense we saw early in the game. The Greenheads just swarming over the player. There he is right there. Look at that. And then backup comes in. And with Elijah Gray, you need a little backup.
That'll bring up a second down and 16 now. Loss of 3 or 4 on that last play.
4 yards.
Nobody in the backfield with the quarterback. There's the snap. He rolls to the near side. Across the middle he goes. It's complete to number 4, Devon Starling, and he'll be stopped at about the 11-yard line, so it'll be a gain of about 5 or 6. So it'll bring up third down and 11. That ball sitting at the 11-yard line of the Greenheads.
And Starling, Dave, went downfield and just did a crossing route right across the middle, and he caught it, picking up 5 yards.
Gray in the backfield to help out. Now it moves up the field, and we'll have holding call. Yep, there's the holding call. Pass is complete to Gray on the near side. He is surrounded and dropped at about the 4-yard line, but we're finally going to get the holding call that we've been looking for the past 4 or 5 plays at about the 16-yard line, so that's where they will move him. And number 4 for the Greenheads, that's Joab Perron. He took a head-to-head with somebody, I believe.
I think that was with Elijah Gray, wasn't it?
Do what?
Was that with Elijah Gray?
Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
Holding. Offense number 44. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Third down.
Here's the play. Let's see what happened to Mr. Perron at the end of. There's the hold. Very
and I've been seeing that the
hold.
last several plays, but
nice play in the flats out there to Elijah Gray.
And he got
head to head. I think they're worried about his leg. I wonder if it's his knee. They're working him down there at about the 10-yard line. So Don, with that penalty,
That's third. Okay.
it'll be third down from about the 22-yard line.
Indeed.
I think when it was said and done, he took a head-to-head with Mr. Gray as well as a knee-to-knee.
He did.
And knee-to-knees don't feel good. So he'll come over here on the sideline. He'll sit down and get a quick breather. I think they'll throw some tape on something there. He'll be ready to go next play.
Little cold spray. That'll do it for you.
There we go. The Greenheads. Big play. Third down from the 23-yard line. There's a long pass out of the end zone. Great defensive play. Number 10, the intended receiver for Nebraska, Vince Brown. And on the coverage, I believe that was number 2 for the Greenheads, Trevon Gano. And Don, that was a great play. He kept the receiver pushed against the wall
right in
where
that
he
curve.
couldn't get to the ball.
Right.
And then only thing he could do is try to make a one-handed catch, which he could not do. So Mr. Gano, he used the wall as a double defender.
Right. Big play here, fourth down.
And the Greenheads get a stop. Fourth down and 22 yards to go. Mr. Lowe looking, he's scrambling around, he's still scrambling. Looking downfield, he's got a couple of receivers, but he still has nobody, and it's just one-on-one in the middle, and he's looking for somebody. He finally throws the ball into the end zone. Ball is knocked into the outer wall. Number 10 was the intended receiver,
8.
Dion McNeil, and on the
eight's one that got the hand on it.
For the Monroe?
For Monroe, yes.
Jalen King with the stop. Here it is in the end zone. Great job. And Don, he had all night to throw because the Greenheads weren't going to give up a wide open toss out there anywhere and allow him to get a chance to run. So the Greenheads come up with a huge stop on fourth down. So now they have good field position at their own 22-yard line. First down and 10. And we have 57 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Our score is 30-18, Nebraska leading. Here's the handoff up the middle to number 11, Jatarius Turpin. He'll gain 2 or 3 yards on the play. Don, that's the first handoff tonight.
The first legitimate handoff,
First legitimate handoff,
and it looked good.
That's Jatarius Peanut Turpin, brother of Dallas Cowboy Cavante Turpin. So there's some athletic genes in there somewhere, Don. Timmy McLean with Turpin back in the backfield with him. Now McLean is going to take it right up the middle, and he's going to gain up to the 25 and be stopped. Didn't quite work the way they wanted wanted that one to, Don.
No, had good intentions, just a little bit. I mean, he can't get out of that the lines there until he crosses the
25-yard line.
25-yard line, and by the time he got there, it was a wall of people. He had nowhere to go. And that's a quarter.
And that right there is the end of the third quarter. The Nebraska Siege leading the Monroe Greenheads 30-18 here in Monroe. The Nebraska Siege 30, Monroe Greenheads 18 after 3 quarters of play. The Arena League from here in Monroe, Louisiana. We're going to be back after this short break. Back in the Monroe Civic Center Arena, we have 15 minutes of action left. The Greenheads trail the Siege by 12. Third down from the 25-yard line. McLean down the field he goes. Complete to Mark Britt at the 10-yard line. First down and goal to go. On the stop for the Siege, number 8, Keyshawn Cunningham. But a big play from McLean to Britt.
Dave, he went straight downfield and then came in toward the center, catching that pass. An easy catch and brought it down to the 10-yard line. 15-yard pickup.
First down and goal to go. McLean has it. He's scrambling. Now he's got some time. He gets it over to number 12. That is C.J. Brown. Second down. He's short just by about a yard. That's why I was trying to wait to make sure, because it was close over there, and that's in that corner over there, where everything gets pinned up real quick. And I think they're gonna want a review of that maybe.
They may do it. I know the crowd was certainly into it. They were thinking touchdown.
Here's the replay right here. Let's take a look here, Don. There's C.J. Brown.
The ruling on the field, the runner was
I believe he's in for it. I believe that's a touchdown, Don.
They're playing it on the arena screen in here, and the crowd sees the same thing we just saw.
We don't have to see. Are they gonna?
I think that's worthy of a replay there, guys.
Well, I guess they're not going to ask for it.
Okay.
I don't know if they can initiate one from up here in the booth or not, but I mean, they saw the same thing we did, and that's a touchdown.
Here we go.
All right. There's the handoff. We have a flag down, and I don't know who that was running. I still can't
Number 4.
Number 4. That's Joab Perron. Yeah, I do have a flag down. We'll have to see.
We're going to give him forward.
I think we're going to have a penalty on the Siege. Here's the official call.
offside. Defense number 22. Half the distance to the goal. Second down.
Oh, well, I believe number 8 was offsides out here also. I think they had 2 people offsides. All right.
Penalty resulted in maybe a half-yard gain.
So the ball is about a half yard from
that's
the,
a half yard
in
this situation. A half yard means a lot.
And Quad Smith goes under center. See if the tush push gets them in. There's the toss. Touchdown!
Oh!
Pass from James Herrard to number 8, Jayla. No, that's number 9, Frederick Lloyd. And the Greenheads are now 6 points away, or 4 points away from a tie ball game. So let's see if they'll go for 1 or 2, and they're looking for a football now. There we go.
That completely caught Nebraska off guard. They were looking for, like you said, the tush push, and it was nothing but
two steps and a jump pass.
Yeah, 2 steps.
The
and
old
here,
Tim Tebow pass.
There you go.
So we're going for 1 point again. Let's see if they break the offer in. And we're going to have a timeout because somebody, Javante, had not quite made it out there yet. So we got a timeout after that touchdown. Coach Bowden does not look too happy on the sideline.
Has 1 timeout remaining.
Yeah, that's one of those timeouts where the coach, I'm not happy with this. You just blew one of our timeouts.
I believe that's 2 so far this half, so we've only got 1 left.
I think you're right.
So the Greenheads with 2 good drives in a row. The defense has had 1 good stop, and let's see if it continues. Crowd getting into it there, as we see on the screen. Very good crowd here tonight for the inaugural game of the Monroe Greenheads.
Here we go after the quick timeout.
Turpin will be in the backfield with quarterback McLean and receivers Mark Britt to the far side. To the near side will be Quad Smith. 30-24 is the score right now. McLean up in the shotgun, takes the snap. Now he's scrambling. He's still scrambling. He wants to throw the ball. He can't get it away, and once again, the Greenheads are denied on an extra point. So with 12:29, the clock is 12:28 to go. The score: the Nebraska Siege 30, the Monroe Greenheads 24. Very exciting ball game here tonight.
We do, and we've got the fourth quarter. We've got the fourth quarter here, and we have a lot of time left, Dave. And right now, if I had to say so, the momentum is just slightly toward the Monroe right now.
The team with the orange jerseys on. Nice set of colors for the Greenhead.
It is.
Orange tops, that dark green helmet.
Right. Did a great job, by the way, on getting this turf in here.
Came from somewhere in Texas.
Right.
This field was used in Orlando in the old AFL because it's still got the Amway Center markings on it. So our turf is somewhere between here and China.
Literally,
yes. There's the throw off, received at the 9-yard line by Davis. He's working himself to the near side. He's still on his feet. He's going to be brought down just over at midfield at about the 24 in Greenhead territory. A great return there by Kevin Davis for the Nebraska Siege.
He did. Greenhead's having a bit of difficulty getting him down on that return. Let's see where they're going to mark it. Looks like it's just inside the Greenhead territory on the 24-yard line. That was an 18-yard return.
And Don, they're ready to play already. They're waiting on the Greenheads to get out there. Caleb Lowe with Davis in motion. They hand the ball off to Davis to the far side. He gets back to the line of scrimmage. He's hit. He's still on his feet. He will not go down, but he will finally go down at about the 19-yard line, a 5-yard gain. And Don, he got the last 3 or 4 yards of that on his own, driving people
exactly
in the pile.
And then being pinned against the wall for a bit of that too. Ball up on the 20.
Gain of 4 yards on the play. Well, no, it's not a first down, guys. Don't move the chains right now. It's second down. Second down and about 6. Here we go. Lowe pitches the ball out there. That's number 1, and that is Songja Yates, and he's finally going to be called down at the 8-yard line. Don, that little quick pass where the quarterback just turns and throws immediately has got them probably 15 yards every time they've done it.
Indeed, and they're doing it very well, and it's catching our defense off. And on that particular play, I saw a lot of missed arm tackles as he was skirting along the wall over there.
First down and goal to go at the 7-yard line. Big stand for the Greenheads. There's a handoff to number 4, Devon Starling. He'll make his way down to about the 4-yard line. It'll be second down and goal to go at the 4. And the importance of that play, Don, is now the quarterback cannot scramble. He's got to throw the ball. They can still do a running handoff, and somebody is down for the Greenheads.
Got an injured player, I believe. That's number 5. For the Greenheads.
That's number 5. It is. That's
Eric McIntosh.
Yep, Eric McIntosh Sr. I think his shoe
shaking up on that.
I think his shoe completely came off. It was taped, so now he's going to have to get the tape off of it so he can put his shoe back on.
Oh, that looks like a tangled mess over there. There, he's got it off now.
He's getting some help out of it. I think that's the doctor that's out there checking him just in case there's anything wrong. But I think it's just the shoe off.
And I hope that's all it is. I got the crowd doing the YMCA here.
Got about 10 and a half minutes to go in this ball game. The Nebraska Siege leading the Monroe Greenheads 30-24. Very exciting ball game here in the inaugural game of the Arena League here in Monroe.
Like you said, Dave, there's still a lot of time left. A little over 10 minutes left, 10 and a half. Even if Nebraska should score on this, still plenty of time. And that's just the nature of this Arena League football. It's fast. It's fast by nature. So a lot can happen in a short period of time.
It's going to take one stop by the Greenheads. Somewhere, either on this drive or if they score on the next drive and score, they're going to have to make one stop. McIntosh still over there on the far side trying to get his shoe taken care of.
He's not showing any agony. He's smiling and laughing, so that's what it was, his shoe. He's back up with us.
Our crowd is doing the YMCA.
I think they're going to make it. He's got to come out.
They want Frederick Lloyd in place of him. And
that didn't go well. Poor Lloyd went over the wall and the padding collapsed on him.
Got stuck between the padding. All right. It's going to have a second down for the Siege at the 4-yard line. Devon Starling is in the backfield. There's a pass that's going to be complete for a touchdown for the Siege. I believe that's number 10, Vince Brown on the reception. Yes, it is. He was wide open. I believe the defense fell for the sweep action coming from the far side of the field, and left number 10. He came from the position right beside the center, straight up the field, turned around, and was nobody there to guard it.
And
so
they're going to go for one on this one.
1 for 1, 36-24 the score. Low, back to pass. He throws, it's complete, and in for the point conversion. That's number 10 once again, Vince Brown. And the Siege has taken a 37-24 lead. Like you said, Don, it's not completely over, but with 10 minutes and 3 seconds left, the Greenheads have to have some urgency about it.
They got to have some urgency about them, and they got to be more aggressive. And I think to your point, they've got to make some crucial stops and make them quick.
You've run over the schedule this week of games being played. Arkansas is at Eau Claire. Nebraska, of course, here at Monroe. Iowa is at Memphis, and the Ozarks are at St. Joe's. Coming into the night, Monroe, Nebraska, the Ozarks, and St. Joe's were all 1-0, and Arkansas, Eau Claire, Iowa, and Memphis 0-1. And next week, the Greenheads host Arkansas, and Nebraska will host Eau Claire. All games will be broadcast on the YouTube network, courtesy of the Arena League. There's the pass from number 1, Songa Yates, taking it to the goal line. And that's Jatarius Turpin. He's up to the 15. He'll finally be stopped at about the 19-yard line, and down on a kickoff or throw-off. That is the first good end of possession start time that we've had at the end of a throw-off, because normally we've been getting at about the 7-yard line, but we got he received the pass on the run that time and just continued up the field and got good yardage.
Well, he finally got some momentum too. That helped a lot, and that he didn't get hit early on his run.
All right, Jatarius Turpin is in the backfield with Timmy McLean. Receivers to both sides. It's Quad Smith and Mark Britt. There's the pass to Jatarius Turpin. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. He might get up to the 19. We'll see if they give it to him or not. It looks like he'll be at the 19. 1-yard gain on that little quick pass out there. He was one-on-one against a receiver. The defender. The defender did not fall for that little quick pass.
He did not. Officially no gain there. Still 2nd and 10.
Right. McLean. Down the middle it goes. Incomplete. Thrown into the crowd on the near side. As number 11, Quad Smith, was down there. He thought he was going to throw it more toward the middle, and he threw it toward his outside shoulder, and it's incomplete. And we'll have 3rd down and 10 yards to go with 8:32. The clock is running left in the ball game.
Yeah, that one was just way overthrown and a bit outside, if you will, using some little baseball terminology, and it was just really not catchable.
McLean under duress before he gets it all off, and he's thrown it to the center, which is that is an ineligible receiver, because he is the only one on the field who cannot catch a ball. And that was number 55, Colby Rivera, who caught the ball. And I think he caught it at about the 14-yard line.
Yeah.
So I'm sure there'll be a illegal touching at that point. Don, he was under duress.
I thought he was.
The snap. I mean,
yeah, I thought he was going down.
Number 18 over here. He was unabated to the quarterback. I mean,
I thought he was going down. He got on him quick. Officials discussing what we got to do here.
They'll have to figure out, and then they'll let us know. And here comes the official.
Illegal touching. Offense number 55. Penalties declined. 4th down.
So it'll be 4th down from the 19-yard line, 4th down and 10 yards to go. And, of course, the Greenheads will not concede. They will go ahead and go for it, because at this point, with 7 minutes to play in the ball game, They have to go forward and score.
They've got to have some pass protection back there, Dave. This is on this particular drive. The pass protection's been just non-existent.
I mean, I realize the guys are going out for passes, but they've got to put a stop to them before they go. Here he goes. He's under heavy duress. A long pass to the end zone, incomplete. Out of the end zone. Intended receiver was Quad Smith. Donnie was there.
He was there.
A little bit overthrown.
Overthrown.
So it'll be first down for the Siege at the 19-yard line going the other direction.
Once again,
Holding.
great defensive
Offense
pressure
number
by
12.
Nebraska.
Penalties decline. It'll be first and 10.
There was a flag on the play. I missed that, but it was declined. Whatever it was declined. Yeah.
So the Siege with a 13-point lead and the ball with 6:42 to play. Quarterback Caleb Lowe with two receivers off the ball by 10 yards and 5 yards. And they're going in. There's a toss to the far side, number 4, Devon Starling. He will not get back to the line of scrimmage, and the Greenheads are on the stop at the 20-yard line. That over there is number 2, I believe.
It was.
Number 2, Trevin Gano. Second down and 11 for the Siege. Same motion the opposite way. Hand off to number 7, Davis. Davis jitterbugging over there trying to find room, and he will gain yardage to the 18-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. It'll be third down and 8 yards to go as the Siege, they are more interested in running clock than anything.
Yeah, there he goes.
Let's see, he's right there.
He does it.
And then outside, but there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
5 orange jerseys over there putting a stop to him. Third down, and it looks like 9 yards to go. One man in motion, back to pass, low. Ball is knocked down by number 18. Don Terrian Ferguson. So it'll be fourth down and 9 yards to go. And Don, he was unabated to the quarterback that time.
He was that time. He got loose, and
I'm sure what happened, number 10 is on the far side. He was fixing to just go straight down the field, so he let him by.
Yeah, you're exactly right.
Fourth down. Big play here for the Greenheads. 5 minutes to play in the ball game. Lowe has the ball at midfield. He's looking. He throws the ball down the middle of the field. Caught, dropped. No. Great hit there by number 5 for the Greenheads. Eric McIntosh, number 10, had the ball in his hands at about the 2-yard line, and McIntosh came from behind, hit him right in the back, and the ball came squirting out. Incomplete pass, turnover on down.
And Dave, here's the pass. You can see it. He's got the ball, and then all of a sudden,
also number
8. I think number 8 had the biggest hit on that one to knock the ball loose.
It was a double hit by McIntosh and Jalen King. That was a great defensive play. There's the stop that we needed. Now we got to see if we can score. Nobody in the backfield with McLean this time. Let's see if the last week's player of the week has any magic left in him. Down the middle of the field is a pass. Oh, incomplete right out of his hands. Don, there was 2 receivers open. Number 0, Quad Smith, was open on the sideline, but down the middle of the field running wide open was James Harrod. If you'll look.
Yeah, he was.
You saw him sprint that way.
And this time the pass was accurately thrown. He was just defended a bit too much.
And plus right there.
And then that curve.
And that little curve down there. And we've got a
timeout of some sort. Oh, the wall came down there. Some padding came off.
They're fixing the wall. Well, some people, I think we lost the purse, and
Oh
boy, we may not want to look at that.
Please put 4-2-0 on the game clock, please. 4:20
that's
the game
one
clock.
of the quirks of playing arena football. Anybody that's along the wall has a chance of exposing their whole life.
I think last week's carnage was a lot of beer got turned over on a table, and they were making comment about
the
it.
end zone, right?
Please put 4-2-0 on the game clock, please. Clock will start on my signal.
4:20 remaining in the contest. The Greenheads are already at the line of scrimmage, waiting on the official to Say, let's go to play. Here we go. Clock running now. 2nd down and 10 for the Greenheads. McLean goes back. Now he's still looking. He's still looking. He's going to have to scramble. And the ball is fumbled in the end zone. It's going to be picked up for a touchdown, I believe, by the Siege. Yes, it is. It's picked up and a touchdown by number 22 of the Siege, Jaleel Holmes. And Don, that's just about going to quash any.
The ruling on the field is touchdown, Nebraska.
I think you're right, Dave. Unfortunately,
but
tack on another 2 points. That's 39.
No, that's 7. That was a touchdown.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. That was not. You're exactly right.
And Don, it's the same thing. About what 10th, 15th verse. Timmy McLean running for his life. Here's the play again. As you see, number 18 gets stopped, gets back up, chases him, runs out of his shoe, and then number 22 makes the tackle there at the 1 yard line and makes him lose the ball. And there's number 22. He made the hit that lost the ball, and he comes up with the fumble recovery in the end zone. Jaleel Holmes gets both the caused fumble and recover fumble for a touchdown, and the Siege will go for 1 point on the conversion. There's Lowe, the pass in the near side of the end zone is complete to Sanjay Yates for the extra point conversion to put the Siege up 43-24. The Siege has had a lot of scoring here in the second half. They led early in the game. They led at halftime by 12 points, and now they're ahead by 20 points.
I think my stat computer didn't like that play, Dave, so this will probably be the end of the stats, so I'll just concentrate on what's going on in the field. We'll have to fix it later.
Well, number 1, Sanjay Yates, he just caught the extra point. Now he'll do the throw off for the Siege. There's 3:56 remaining in the contest. In arena football, it's never over, but it's as close to it right now as you'll ever think. It'll be tough to have 3 scores the remainder of this game for the Greenheads. Back deep to receive for the Greenheads will be, I believe that's John Terrius. Yes, it is. It's John Terrius Turpin. Peanut, as they call him.
Peanut.
Here's the throw. He catches it at about the 8 yard line. He's up to the 10. Now he reverses field. He's up to the 15. He's to the 20. He's 25, 20, 15 yard line. He's finally running to the wall over there, but I think that's number 3. No, it couldn't be number 3. They don't have one.
8 maybe?
Probably so.
Yep,
Keyshawn Cunningham.
That's the one that's been
That's a
giving me
nice
trouble
return for Jatarius Turpin.
Right, and he reversed and crossed over the feet, went across the field and down the far sideline.
A lot of times when that happens, there's a clipping penalty.
There it is, right there.
But the offense did a great job of not clipping, and down the sideline he went. It was number 2.
Number 2 on the tackle.
Avarian Cole. First down for the Greenheads at the 15 yard line. In the end zone it goes. I don't know if he caught it or not.
Looks like he
touchdown, Greenhead.
Wow. Oh, wait a minute.
No
They're saying no good.
And he's hurt.
He hit that wall hard.
Yes, he did. That was Quad Smith. He went headlong into it while he was trying to make that catch. One official said touchdown, and then he waved it off after just a second. Here's the replay. Maybe this will be a great angle to see what happened.
Yep,
he had the ball, but he lost control.
He lost control on the way down.
Second.
You're exactly right. All right, so now we're down to 2nd and 10 from the 16. Some coaches want to argue a little bit about something out there.
Monroe is challenging.
They're challenging the call on the field. We've seen it. Unfortunately,
I think he lost it.
Unfortunately, we know it came squirting out.
There it is again. Well,
that other view is
the other angle was better, but
it shows it plainly.
Yeah, it looks like
he's got it right there,
but he didn't keep it all the way through.
Right
and there it goes.
There's where he lost it.
Yep.
So. Now, whether or not he had it long enough for it to count as a catch, that's the question. I know the offensive coach on the field for the Greenheads, Max McGee, was not happy. He was trying to talk to the official, said we want to review, and it was kind of slow getting done. Here's the great view right here, Don.
Yeah, you're right.
He's got it right there, but then as he comes through,
it's out. He lost it.
Unless I don't know if he caught it right there at the end or not, but it's tough to see. He got his hand under it.
I think it hit the turf. I'm sorry.
I don't think he caught it. I mean, we'll see. The officials sitting right next to us. They're the ones making the call. And they're looking at the same thing we're looking at. So there's no special cameras anywhere. It's just what we've got, and that's it. And that camera work right there was by Chuck Martindale. That was a great job by Chuck getting that play.
An incomplete pass has been confirmed.
I didn't think it did.
Second down.
Just got a message in my headphone that it didn't survive the ground, and that's what we thought up here too. But I know Chuck had a great camera work on that one to get that. So it'll be second down for the Greenheads at the 16-yard line. Clock running. We have 2 minutes and 16 seconds. Let's see if they get a playoff before the 2-minute warning. No backs in the backfield, 3 receivers out. And they brought the kitchen sink on that one.
They did.
And I believe that's intercepted.
I think you're right.
Yes,
Dave.
it is intercepted at the 5-yard line. Great interception there by number 2, Avarian Cole. And I think he fumbled it, and the Greenheads have scored a touchdown.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
I'll have to watch the replay
Number
on that
9, Frederick Lloyd ended up with the football, and he scored a touchdown. Now we're going to have to look at it and see exactly what has happened. Here we go. Here's the replay.
All right.
There is Avarian Cole running.
Nebraska intercepted the ball, fumbled it.
It was out. Yes, the ball was out. The ball was out.
And he number 9 has it.
Number 12, C.J. Brown caused the fumble, and number 9, Frederick Lloyd, recovered it and ran it the rest of the way in for the touchdown. Minute 46 on the clock.
And Monroe's going to go for 2.
Play clock.
That makes it a 13-point game. It's still a 2-possession game. And I guess the play will stand. All right, 43-30 the score. The Greenheads on the extra point. Hardly any pressure this time. Now it's beginning to get pressure across the middle.
Ooh.
Incomplete, and that's going to hurt, Don.
That one hurt. That was a tough hit.
That's number 6, Mark Britt the second. He took a massive hit down there.
At least nothing else knocked the wind out of him.
So the another rule oddity in effect right now. The Greenheads have decided to use the onside version of this, and now the Greenheads have called their final timeout because they can't get organized. So, Don,
this is one of these.
Have it.
I don't know if I have it or not. It's one of these new rules, and I read it earlier a couple of times, and it's just kind of odd, but I guess we have time. I'm just going to read it verbatim. Sorry about that, but here it goes. The attempting team will have one untimed down with only the play clock moving. The team will take the ball at their own 5 with a 4th and 20 scenario. After one untimed down is played, the next subsequent play will result in the game clock beginning on the snap and timing resuming as normal. If the team fails to convert, the other team will take possession at the spot as a result of the play. There you go. So we'll see how it pans out.
So they have, in other words, 4th down and 20 right now at the 5. If they throw an incomplete pass at this moment, then the Nebraska will get the ball at the 5-yard line.
So this is a version of a Hail Mary at the end of the game.
Right. And we have 1:44 left. So trailing by 14 points, 44-30. Now both scoreboards have the same thing, so that's a good thing.
And you and I read that rule before the game, man. We're going, nah, this will never happen.
Never happen. But
look at us. Yeah, here we go.
All right, here we go. 4th down and 25. And McLean throws complete. He's going to be short. Now it's incomplete.
Incomplete. It hit a bounce right before.
All right, let's see what happens. They should get the ball, if I'm not mistaken, at the 5-yard line. And that's where they're putting it, so
we did good.
We did explain it right. So it'll be first
to read
down.
It, but in that case, since I've never seen it, you've never seen it.
One of the rules.
Just read the rule.
Oddities.
That's why I brought the rule book, just for a situation like that.
So the Siege will have it first down and 10, or first and goal at the 5-yard line, leading this game 44-30. The best case scenario for that play right there would have been for him to hold on to the ball at the 24-yard line. At least they'd have had 24 yards to go instead of 5. But in motion. And Lowe is looking. He's looking. He can't run. And down he goes. They finally got a sack on Mr. Lowe. That was number 65, C.J. Buckhalter, with the sack back at the 19-yard line.
He was just all over it. I think he kind of enjoyed that, Dave.
He's been working on it all night long, I can assure you.
Ball at the 19-yard line.
1 minute remaining in the contest. Well, the clock on screen is running, but the clock here in the arena is not, so who knows?
Well, it's 59.7 in the arena. Yep, and they just turned the one off on the screen, so that's what we got. We saw that happen a lot last week in some of the games. I think they're trying to get some of the kinks out.
The game clock will start on my signal. Also, please put 20 seconds on the play clock. Both clocks will start on my signal.
We want 20 seconds on a play clock that doesn't exist.
Well, not visible anymore.
Not to us. So and the clock is supposed to be running, and it's still not. Well, I wonder if the clock broke all of a sudden.
Timeout. Officials timeout.
Well, we need to get the officials to find out what's going on. Here toward the end of the game, the wheels are falling off.
Oh, falling off everything. Oh, well, we're going to get through it. I tell you what, Dave.
Defensive coordinator James Shiver is not happy. I know that.
No.
He is definitely not happy. All right, now the official has rolled the clock, and guess what? And now look at the official. He's saying, what's going on?
There it goes.
All right, there's a handoff to Elijah Gray up the middle.
Well,
tackled by C.J. Buckhalter, but he took his helmet off in the process. But the bull, Elijah Gray, gains about 9 yards.
I was going to say, Dave, on that play, Elijah got a full head of steam coming up the middle there, and he was a force to be reckoned with. He was playing Mr. Inertia on that one.
And when he's got a full head of steam going, he's a load to take down. Clock's still rolling. It's under 30 seconds. And now we're stopping the clock for some reason, and it's not stopping.
That's the end, fourth quarter.
That's it. Ball game.
Well, now they're saying that is the end of the fourth quarter, so that is going to end our ball game. Kind of anticlimactic. If you want to know the honest truth.
Oh, well.
Clock is hung up, so the final score here tonight, the Nebraska Siege, they go to 2-0 on the season as they defeat the Monroe Greenheads 44-30, as the Greenheads will fall to 1-1. Next week, the Greenheads will host Arkansas, 7:05 here next Saturday, and Nebraska will play host to Eau Claire. All right, we're looking at a few of the plays during the game, and we'll go take a break, and we'll be back at the Monroe Civic Center right after this timeout. You're listening to the Arena League from Monroe, Louisiana. Where tonight's final score, the Nebraska Siege defeats the Monroe Greenheads 44-30 in the inaugural Arena League game here in Monroe. Very exciting ball game, Don, that Arena League fashion, high scoring, just like it's supposed to be. It was kind of a low scoring first half, but the second half, a lot of action took place. The Siege, very balanced attack offensively and defensively that kept the Greenheads off kilter all night long, so that's where the problem is.
I think, David, the key word you said is balanced. Nebraska had a balanced attack tonight. Monroe, on the other hand, went mainly with the passing game. They did have a few shining moments with some runs, but overall the passing game failed because Nebraska had such an intense defense.
All right, well, we will be back next Saturday night here at the the final score first tonight is 44-30. Nebraska defeats the Monroe Greenheads, and
next week we got Arkansas coming to town.
Arkansas coming to town next week. The people who weren't out here tonight, you need to come out here. It's a nice, exciting brand of football, and this is something good that Monroe needs, as well as other communities in the league that have it. As I said, Nebraska, they will host Eau Claire next week. So for David Cox, so for Don Wheeler, this is David Cox saying until next week, we'll see y'all again as the final score, Nebraska 44, Monroe 30.